welcome to the 12th edition of UX Sofia 2023. We are happy to see all of your familiar faces, and to those of you who don't know us, this is Yavor.
And this is Didi. We'll be your hosts for the day. So before we continue, I'd like to ask who is at UX Sofia for the first time? Raise your hand.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Woo!
a lot of people.
And who is here for a second or a third time? A lot of hands.
And who's been to UX Sofia more than 5 times?
Do you have
Wow.
anyone? We actually do.
I should take an autograph. That's amazing.
So before we start, we want to ask you some questions. Come on. See? OK, it works. We'll start with something very simple. Who of you prefers to write a message instead of doing a phone call? Come on, raise your hand.
Raise your hand if in the metro or public transportation you stare down at your phone most of the time.
Raise a hand if you send memes from the toilets. Come on, we know you do it.
Raise your hand if the first thing you do in the morning is get your phone and check your messages.
Raise a hand if the first thing you see before you go to sleep is, again, your messages.
Raise your hand if you've woken up in the middle of the night and checked your messages. Oh, is that just me?
Actually, it's not just you. Wow. Raise a hand if you had days when you wanted to be productive, but instead you kept scrolling and the day just went by. Yeah. It happens to all of us, don't worry. As you see, there are so many raised hands. Technology, as great as it can also be a distractor and a killer of our productivity.
And although we're designers of technology, we ourselves fall victims to the infinite scroll. So you can only imagine what it's like for a non-tech person to navigate this chaos.
So let's try to imagine. 66% of the global population uses the internet. And that's more than 5 billion people.
And this is 6 hours and 41 minutes, which each person in the globe spends on average online each day. And 1/3 of them, 1/3 of this time, is spent solely on social media.
The most used one, the one that we spend the most of our time on, is actually TikTok, your favorite, you know. And we spend, per month, on average, 31 hours, and that's 4 work days.
So the total of this for everyone on Earth is 12 billion hours on social media, which is roughly 1 million years. And you can imagine if we invested this time in something useful, like solving world hunger, war, etc., we would have done so much more, but instead we watch cat videos.
These are Yavor's cat, actually.
Today we will be discussing digital well-being. Our wonderful lectors will speak on important topics such as design ethics, dark patterns, personal and professional growth and development, as well as the future of AI and so much more.
Well, thank you for joining us, and let's thank the people who created this event. First, the main organizers, Ukrat. And thanks to all of our volunteers and photographers for being here and helping us make this happen.
And we definitely need to introduce the official sponsor of today's event, Infragistics.
And the rest of our sponsors, SMU.
MentorMate.
For a holiday.
Stay safe.
And thanks to all of our partners, UX Bulgaria,
Streamer BG,
Tuktam,
Figmeister,
Design Weekend,
Softuni,
participants,
Rosenfeld,
Bulgarian Association of Biodiversity,
Next Basket,
and Addit. Well, thank you, everybody. So before we continue, I want you to do a little bit of gymnastics. It will be short. Leave your stuff behind your chairs or underneath them. Okay. Yavor will be my assistant because I'm so formal. Okay, first, put your left hand to the front. Now, your right hand to the front. Okay, a little bit of energy. Your left hand to your shoulder. Okay, you guessed it, yeah, it was Macarena. So if you want to do the Macarena, we can do it during the break. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us, and let's talk a little bit about the logistics of the day and what you can expect. On your badges, as you can see, I don't have a badge currently, but at the back of your badges, you can see the whole program for the day. We have a few breaks, and during these breaks, you can go outside, have a coffee from Fado, and look at the stands. There are plenty of people who have surprises for you, maybe, and some interesting information for you to see.
At 12:45, we have a scheduled lunch, which will take place in the building of the hotel right next to us. So this is to the left as you exit this one.
You probably need toilets, so they're also in the lobby at the very back.
We don't want to try to influence your health habits specifically from the start of this conference, but if you need to smoke or use any kind of smoking device, please do this outside of the building.
The event will finish at 6. If you want to leave at any point, you can't. It's forbidden. Just kidding. You can leave it whenever you want, but just please be quiet, not to disturb anyone in the audience. And afterwards, we'll have an after party. Woo! You can join us in Soda Bar at 8 o'clock. It's somewhere near Endeka. I'm not actually sure where it is, so we'll see.
We'd also like to challenge you for the duration of this conference not to look at your electronic devices unless you're using it to take notes. This is thematic for digital well-being.
Let's see if you can survive that.
Today, 13 UX professionals in 11 lectures will share their perspective on digital well-being, how to reach the ultimate goal of pleasuring the business goals while keeping the user happy and bettering their life. For breakfast, we'll be speaking about design ethics with Danny, and then Martina will help us be more empathetic and understanding.
Dimo and Jana will tell us how to be at peace at home. Kostadin will tell us how to be at peace with our environment. And Mitko and Damian will tell us how to be at peace with our financial situations.
We'll then get into sports with Ivan.
Before that, you're
before.
missing something.
Okay.
We'll have lunch, and then we'll have personal development with Jason and leadership skills with Paula. Oopsie.
Okay, so after this, we'll get into sports with Ivan, learn from academia with Professor Trenkov, and get technical with the future of AI from Vesi. And for the finale, we'll learn how to boost our organization's UX maturity with Peter Merholz, who is actually the inventor of the word blog.
Let's give them a round of applause. You will see our pretty faces before each of the lectures. At the near end of the conference, we will tell you a little story. And this story will be about the life of Pesho. So, Pesho, this is the same person, but living in two alternative realities. And you've probably seen Marvel movies, so you know what that means. The first Pesho is living in somewhat of an extremity of today, when everything is made for the user's attention. The companies want to grab it to reach targets, make business goals, and it's not the most pleasant environment for his digital health.
In the second world, however, the life of Pesho II, technology is designed to help people live a peaceful life without shocking news on a daily basis, without infinite scrolling on the toilet seat. Society acknowledges the 12 billion hours spent on social media every day and makes most of it count, and objectively, Pesho's life in the second world is a bit better.
Okay, we'll tell you this at nearly 5:30, I think? Yeah, at the end of the conference. And we are sure you can't wait to start with our first speaker. So he has the astonishing 25 years of experience in the field of design, research, and customer experience brand behavior. He oversees the global UX team of MentorMate as Chief Design Officer, and he is one of the very few people who are experts in biomimicry. Yes. Yep. Yeah, that's one.
In today's lecture,
just a second.
Wait, just the team. In today's lecture, Danny will openly discuss the question, what is the essence of responsible and ethical technological design? So let's welcome him to the stage, Danny Rial.
And now, thank you.